Everybody, thank you for joining me today. My name's Sally from Sally Stampers, and today I'm going to show you how to make these cute little Christmas crackers. They're made from one sheet of 6x6 designer series paper, so there's no waste at all apart from the little bits that you cut out. So I'm going to show you how to make one of those. Like I said, we start from a sheet of 6x6, and this is the Warmth and Cheer designer series paper stack, and I just love it because some of it doesn't necessarily have to be Christmassy. This would be ideal for a mail card. So I'm going to go with this red sheet, which is the red one. As you can see, I did red and green in this pattern, and I'm going to do red and green in this pattern. Like I said, we start with our sheet of 6x6. We'll just bring in our scoreboard and start off with whichever way you want your pattern. I guess it doesn't massively matter on these crackers, but make sure you've got your pattern going the way you want it. And then we're going to score at 1 1/4 inches, 2 1/2 inches, 3 3/4 inches and 5 inches. Then going to rotate it, and then we're going to score at 1, 1 1/4 and 1 1/2. Turn it completely round so that it's the opposite end, and again we'll score at 1, 1 1/4 and 1 1/2. Again, with all of our projects, we're going to burnish all of our score lines. Unfortunately, this paper isn't the one that's on offer this month. It is the 12x12s that have no speciality paper in them. But I think this cute little pack of paper is just so nice. Okay, so when you come to doing these very narrow score lines that we did across the top and the bottom, you need to do them in a concertina effect. So the bottom one goes inside, then we fold the middle one back out, and then the top one over itself again. Okay, and then we do the same the bottom, sorry, the other end. Doesn't really matter which is the top or the bottom on here. Okay, you can almost see that it's starting to look like a cracker already. Okay, it might just be worthwhile just refolding those score lines just to make sure it knows where it's going. Okay, so to get those nice little cuts in the corner, I'm going to use the envelope punch board. Now, you do need to have a little bit of muscle for this one, because it is quite a hard punch. But fold your cracker at your first crease, and I don't know if you can see it too well on here, but obviously you've got your 3 score lines. If you can get this centre one central with your small gap here in your punch board, then you have them fairly lined up. Give them a good punch, and you just keep working your way along, both the top and the bottom. This is a good one for building up muscles, I think, as well. Okay, so as you can see from the top there, when you fold it round, you have those beautiful folds, but obviously the back has got a couple of bits. So how I did this one, fold it as though you're making the cracker already. So the smaller tab just goes on the inside. Flatten it, and then put this back in and punch it, and then you will get your matching line. And likewise the other side, although it is only a tiny bit, and do the same again. And so obviously you have the invisible join, which you will have when it's glued together. So we'll go on and do the opposite side. or I should have said, make sure that you occasionally empty the cutouts, because I think that can make it harder to punch sometimes. It's a little mini workout, this is. Okay, so as before, get the smaller tab inside, fold it over, put it in there, and then the last one crikey, might need a bit of oil in mine, I think. Okay, so there we have the base of it. So you've got the skinnier tab here, which we need to adhere, and I'm going to use my extremely gunked up fast fuse just because it is slightly stronger. So make sure you add a nice covering on there, fold it over, fold the top one over, and there is your finished cracker. So I'm going to use some of this beautiful ribbon, which is the taffeta ribbon that's in the seasonal catalogue. It's a duo pack. It comes with I think it's Emerald Envy, the other colour, and it was a little bit too fiddly to try and tie a bow, and I thought that the knots looked just as nice. So I'm just going to tie a knot just to the top, and then you can fill it with, well, to whatever you want that's going to fit inside. I actually found that these little chocolate snowmen just fit in. They're a little bit of a snug fit, but as long as you can squeeze them in, they just about fit. So we'll have another length of ribbon. Make sure when you're putting your ribbon on that your join is at the back. You can just about make out mine there, but because it's on the fold, luckily it's not very noticeable at all. Okay, so you just need to decorate them really however you like. Oops. Where's the... oh, it's fallen off, look. There we go. Try again. So as you can see with these ones, I've gone for just quite a simple sentiment, which is out of Tin of Tags. Although this obviously is in reality to go with the Tin of Tags kit, it is a perfect stamp set to use for virtually anything, and obviously you can then reuse it to make your own tags. I just love it. I think there's so many great little sentiments on here, but I'm going to go with the same one I've got here, and this is for you, which I'm using on a B block, and I'm going to use some cherry cobbler ink and a scrap of white, Whisper White cardstock. And then just using the 1.5 circle punch, just fits nicely for this one. And then I'm going to use a scrap of cherry cobbler cardstock and use the 1 3/4 circle punch, which is obviously the next size up for the layering. Add some snail onto the back. Oops, that's not very lined up, is it? And then a bit of snail to You just stick it on. Now these chocolate snowmen in here will make your cracker want to go sort of sideways, as you can see the angle on it, but if you just give it a little squish it should just go the right way. I've actually got chocolate coins in this one and the medium size coin. Let me just grab my bag of coins here. I've got a lot of. You have the large size, which clearly is too large to fit in, and then you have what I call the medium ones. I can't see any small ones in here, but the 10p and 5p ones are just the right size to sit in, and if memory serves me correctly I think I got 15 or 14 in that one, so you can get a fair few in them, but I think they'd be lovely on a table for Christmas dinner or Boxing Day. And again, you're showing off what you can make. Hopefully you found these instructions relatively easy to follow. All the details will be on my blog, the link of which is below. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon.